awesome auto it's a new program, but it's not a used vehicle. It's a used vehicle program. Anyways, can't wait to talk more about it. Let's go with the video.
You no longer gotta look pathetic. Gizzy credit. Anything you want, then you can get it. Don't be scared, cause then you'll regret it. You no longer gotta look pathetic. Gizzy credit.
Alrighty, mi gente, what is good with you guys? Listen, this is a video that is coming on live right now. A lot of you are getting notifications. I'm sorry I didn't let you guys know prior to coming live. I know many of you guys see the YouTube and my Facebook. So thank you so much for following up. Happy New Year to all. Over here with Joe. Joe, who is actually in the middle, and Leanne, who is in the right. Um, I met Joe back in 2009. Joe was actually one of the first people who put me on to credit repair back in around that time. So if it wasn't for Joe putting me on to credit repair, GizzyCredit will not exist. Okay, so that's for sure. Anyways, I want to introduce Joe because he's been working with Leanne for a very long time. As many of you know, a lot of you reach out to me. You want to buy a car, or the goal is to refinance, or the goal is to buy yourself a car. And many times, especially during these times where you gotta hustle extra, you may need that car ASAP. And if you are in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, even people in Delaware who reach out to me and you're looking for a vehicle now, they have a used car leasing program. I'm not going to be the one getting into it. I'm going to let the experts explain it to you. Anyways, Joe, what's up with you? How's your Saturday going, man?
How's it going, Gizzy? It's going great. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good, good, good. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with this program. You always talk about, oh, I've been doing this 10 years plus already.
Yep. So I got started in the credit repair industry back in 2007. As you know, we got involved in the same company. So it's been a long road. We've seen a lot of things in the last 10, 15 years for sure doing this. Actually, this program being one of them. We've been running this probably since 2010. The newest program that we're going to talk about today just kicked off in December. So it's a enhanced version of where we came from since 2010. But nonetheless, I got involved in the credit repair industry, just like most people that got involved in the credit repair industry, whether they needed help with themselves or, they just saw a huge opportunity. I was one of those people. I needed help with my credit. There wasn't many reputable companies around at the time. I was fortunate enough to get involved with the right one. They changed my situation in a really fast period of time. And I said, wow, there's a lot of people out there that are going to need this. And, that started my journey in the credit repair industry for the last 15 years. So I was fortunate enough to get introduced to Paul Sandstone Jr. Out of New Jersey, and he's an auto dealer owner. And within the first year of working with him, he developed a rent-to-own program, which was helping customers that had marginal credit get into cars and transition from renting to owning. And that's been the model now for, like I said, almost 10 years. And we've transitioned it. The program was a niche program, and it worked well if you fit the model. And so we were able to transition the rent-to-own program into a leasing program where now customers have the option to lease the cars and get the benefit of leasing, but leasing a used car. I wanted to bring Leanne on board because Leanne has been with the company now for about 4 years. She's been a very big part of the sales process in the rent-to-own program and now the New Jersey Auto Lending Program. And she's going to help service anybody that you recommend that's looking to get into a car.
Okay.
She's also bilingual. She's great with all her customers. Her customers have nothing but high regards for her. She goes above and beyond to help the customers. She's here to pretty much answer any questions they may have from beginning to end, all the way through the delivery process. She's well versed in the program. She understands, the needs of the customers when it comes to credit. So, I just wanted her to come on board with us for this, so that way she could answer some questions about the program and about herself. And I'll turn it over to Leanne to kind of just give some background on herself real quick.
Okay. How you
Yes.
doing, Leanne? Nice to
I'm
meet you.
awesome. How are you?
Good, good over here. I hear you're the big dog pit bull over there, and I think you call yourself a guru, right?
I'm the approval guru.
You the approval
Yeah.
guru. So I know, and you know what? When I first started talking to you today, you look so happy, and you look happy to be working on a Saturday. And when I
Yeah.
said, "Yo, you out there working on a Saturday, you out there hustling," you like, "Yeah, yeah, this is the day." Like I get a lot of people, and a lot of people go in and out of here buying cars, and you
Mhm.
actually like what you're doing. You look
I
like you like
do.
what you're doing.
I love what I do.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So where the guru name came from?
So when working here, our owner, Paul Sansone Jr., is really great. He helps us to really develop ourselves as salesmen, and we
Ooh,
kind of come up with our thing. And my thing was I'm the approval guru because I
nice.
can help people get approved, anybody get approved. And a lot of our customers do have credit concerns. So they might have been other places. I want them to come to the approval guru for a great approval.
Dope. That's so dope. And you've been working with Joe for a long time.
Yeah.
And normally, like, what are the busiest days that when it comes to car sales?
With us, because we're specific to, we can help people with great credit here too, but we
Mm-hmm.
help a lot of times people with credit concerns. And those customers tend to shop all year long. So we don't have really a busy season, a slow season. People are looking for cars or need help getting cars every day. So we tend to actually have traffic daily. It's not it's busy all the time here.
That's what's up. And three locations.
Yes. So we have three locations. We have three new car stores, and we have our pre-owned location here in Keyport.
Keyport. That's if I'm in Central New Jersey.
Yeah.
How long is the drive there?
So we're in Keyport, New Jersey. It's close to the beach. If you're coming central New Jersey, you can usually catch us maybe 20, 30 minutes or less. Or exit 117 on the Parkway if you're going
Okay.
south.
Okay. Okay. And it's pretty quick.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. We're right off the exit. It's 400 Route 35 South in Keyport, New Jersey.
No, out of the three locations, you consider this one to be one of the biggest ones out of the three?
We're the
Just
location that has the most programs
Okay.
as far as our NJ lending, our tax max, and we're the pre-owned location. Our other locations are quite large, but there are new car stores.
There are new car stores. Okay.
Yeah.
So, do we want to get into the questions that people may have about the program, Joe?
yeah, I think so. I think people, that are on here that are watching or they're going to catch it, if you're recording this, they're going to catch it later. We want to know what this is really about. And it's getting this information out, I think, is crucial. Because if you fit this need, there's nothing like it around. You get people that drive 4 hours away sometimes to come down here. So,
Okay, and guys, listen. If this is working out for you guys, if you need more information, it's up to you guys to tell me if you want to see Leanne and Joe again, and I'll have them on every other Saturday or every Saturday just to keep you guys informed on how the programs work, what's out there. Again, I'm pretty sure they have hundreds of vehicles out there to choose from, and of course, where Leanne is at right now is where they have the most programs to get involved with getting a vehicle. So, what is that new program that you're offering?
so I'm
Yeah.
going to touch on it real quick.
Okay.
But the New Jersey Auto Lending Program is a used car leasing program. So basically, the type of cars that are in it are 3 years or newer, under 30,000 miles, and they come with a warranty and a maintenance package. So, traditionally, if you're a subprime credit customer, you're looking at cars that are much older, 5, 6, 7, 10 years old,
Mhm.
75, 80,000, 100 plus thousand miles on it.
Okay.
And when you take delivery of a car like that, chances are it may not have a warranty. If it does, the car may not make it to the life of the loan. So you're left stuck with, a big portion of the loan left over. You're trying to now roll that equity or that negative equity into another loan. your credit is still blemished, and a lot of times we see repossessions in situations like that. So this program is designed to break that trend with the same type of customer. Give them options where they get newer vehicles, lower miles, more reliability, and in turn have equity in their car, so that way they can either turn that lease into a finance or trade out of it and go into another car a heck of a lot quicker than the other scenario where they're buried in that car and they can never get out of it. So that's the program in a nutshell. And we see all types of people. We see people that, being in the dealership for 10 years, working with the program, we've seen people that were making $30,000 a month get into the program, and we've seen people that were in Section 8 get into the program.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's really designed for anybody that fits the mold. So there isn't a scenario that I think we haven't seen, and certainly Andrew can attest to that, being on the front lines with customers. But there really isn't a scenario that we haven't seen, and people shouldn't be embarrassed as long as they have good income, regardless of credit. We can help them. So.
Okay, cool. And of course, I was gonna just say, what type of people can you help? I'm pretty sure you can help anyone that has a job.
Yeah, Leanne, maybe you could touch on the types of clients that you've helped, over the last few years.
Yeah, I can help anyone that can show the ability to make their car payments. So that's what makes us different. If you're hardworking, you have pay stubs. We have customers that do other sources of income. They get paid cash, or they may just deposit money, all different ways. As long as they can show their ability to pay, we can give them the opportunity.
So that's a question of who can fit the program. That's basically it. Anyone who can pay a note.
Yeah, anyone that has proof of income, Social Security is fine. You just have to show the ability to pay.
So there's a lot of people who are entrepreneurs, and a lot of people who are what is it, not W2, 1099, like
Yes.
people who say, I want to get into like Uber or Lyft or one of these rideshare programs. Are those people allowed to just come in and use that income?
Absolutely. Yes. And that's a challenge that a lot of them face. They go to other places and they don't take the rideshare income. So the Uber, the Lyft, DoorDash, a lot of those jobs are skyrocketing right now, but the banks are scared. They're not the typical proof of income. You don't get a regular pay stub, but we can help. And that's what sets us apart. Those people that have been other places and maybe turned down because they don't get a traditional pay stub can come to us and we can get them approved.
But
And to add to that real quick, maybe somebody has, I'm just throwing a number out there. Maybe somebody has $2,000 a month in income, but they have time and they want to do rideshare. They want to do Lyft or Uber, or they would be willing to do DoorDash on the side and generate an extra $1,000 or possibly $2,000 a month doing that. Now they have supplemental income on top of their primary income that they can use. To help support the loan, so they can do that on top.
Okay, great. I'm going to get to some of your questions in a few. I got some questions coming up from people watching. Like, what kind of interest rates? Gerard just said, what kind of interest rates will I be paying?
So your interest rates are going to be the typical interest rates that you would see in a subprime deal, let's say, right? But let's look at the two scenarios, right? You have marginal credit. You walk into a dealership that can support a subprime customer with a subprime bank. You're going to take out a 5-6 year loan. Let's just say 20% interest, right? Well, you now have a 7 or an 8-year-old vehicle, high miles, on a loan that the car will never probably reach the maturity date on. It's going to end up breaking down, costing a lot of money. The warranty will probably expire by the time you reach, some of the major milestones that car is going to need in terms of repairs, right? So what have you done? You've gotten transportation, but you haven't worked on your credit. You haven't built equity. You're in negative equity in that car, right? So now you've got to try to get out of the car because the car is not reliable anymore. Well, the car is not worth the difference in what you owe to the bank. This program eliminates all of that. First and foremost, we're going to help you build equity in the program, so you're going to be in a much better equity position. Secondly, we're going to help you improve your credit. So nobody going into the program is going to be without somebody that's going to coach them on the credit repair process. So we're going to help them to improve their credit from the moment they step in the door until they're done with the process. So our goal is to get that customer from leasing this car to owning the car in a shorter period of time. So, what makes the period shorter, right? Can somebody be serious about improving their credit and follow the track that's in place for them and get from point A to point B? That's going to help them. So, can they open up positive credit? Can they maintain low credit utilization rates on their credit cards? Can they pay things on time? We're going to help them gauge all that while they're in the plan. So that way, maybe they start with a 500 credit score, but in 12 months, or so, give or take, depending on the scenario, they could be in a much better position to now refinance that car and actually take ownership of it, get a traditional loan at a prime bank, or trade out of that car and go into a newer car for similar money that they were just spending. You know what I mean? Maybe get a nicer, newer vehicle than the one they're already in when they started the process.
Oh, forget
So,
about it. Once people's credit is better, they get into whatever they want. I mean, it's just
they
the
could come
case.
out of that lease. They can come out of that lease without it interfering with their ability to change gears
And
versus being
I know
stuck.
when I just finished saying that, Leanne kind of smiled like, "Yo, that's true." I'm pretty sure people
Yeah,
end up getting a newer vehicle. They're happier. You know what I'm saying? It's. I mean,
Yeah.
can you give
Yeah,
a?
for sure. I just actually helped one of my friends. She went from a 2014 Nissan Sentra that I sold her, and she did not want a Sentra. She came in wanting a QX50 Infinity,
Oh,
but was in a
those are
similar
hello.
situation.
Yes.
Yeah. So I told her, drive the Sentra, make your payments on time, sign up for credit repair. And actually, Joe, she was signed up with you with credit repair too. And I recently traded her out. She got her Infinity QX50. She gave me a raving review. She was in tears because it was the exact car she wanted, color, trim, and she did everything the right way. So not only did she get a better interest rate, I think she went somewhere from like 20% down to 7%, which is
Oh,
huge.
you can't beat that.
Yeah, that's like huge. She went from a subprime bank to a prime bank. She also got a lot of the items on her credit that were negative removed. So
Okay.
we're looking at a whole different candidate coming in, and it's been 2 years. Two
Oh
years
man.
later, coming in to buy the car she wants.
But that's not a bad time though, especially when
Yeah.
because people who start, and of course they have their own credit repair program that they do. Of course, people know that I do credit repair, but if you go through them, they have their own way of doing credit repair. But aside from that, everyone wants a better vehicle. I mean, I'm pretty sure you see people paying 20%. I see people
Yep.
paying 16% on $105,000 vehicle because it's a high end vehicle, and they're gonna pay $35,000 towards the life of the loan with that
right.
interest rate. You can't beat yourself up like that. I mean, the level of financial education that you guys are giving them, especially with explaining to them how coming from this type of interest rate to lowering this interest rate from this, you're gonna be paying less for the car in the long run. And a lot of people don't know that this is a long game when it comes to credit.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. The life cycle of this lease that the customer is with us for, we're there as their credit coach. So, you walk into a dealership where you're going to be able to take delivery of a car at, 18, 20% interest, 24% interest. Once they sell you that car, you're off on your own. You know what I mean? You're stuck in that car for 5, 6 years, and you're going to have to manage your credit and budget and do everything that you need to do on your own, or find a third party that's going to help you do that, in hopes that your car is eventually going to get you from milestone 1 to milestone 2. Here you have all of that at your grasp, so we're going to hold your hand through that process and be the one that helps you transition that. So
Now,
that's the beauty.
when people come in and they do this used car leasing program, what type of vehicle is that? What type of
Yeah, you want
vehicle
to
do
touch
they
on some
get?
of the cars?
Yeah. So what makes it great is a lot of our customers that are in that have that credit concerns, a lot of them are going to the buy here, pay here. And I know Joe touched on that. So they're older vehicles, higher mileage. A lot of times well, not a lot of times, they're going to be buried in the loan. They're going to owe so much more than the vehicle's worth. They're coming and people are coming in with trade-ins that have 100,000 miles plus on them. And with our new program, you can get into a newer car, lower mileage. I'm talking under 30,000 miles. So a lot of times we've even
That's
done
a new
some
car.
2020.
That's like a new
Yeah,
car. 130,000. That's new.
yeah,
Pretty
which is
much.
crazy. Yeah, which is crazy because we're qualifying them for a newer car, and at least at that. So something that's covered with warranty, maintenance is covered on it, but they're newer cars, low mileage.
But it's still a reality check for a lot of people who want to get that Benz or BMW, and they're like, you like right now with the way your things are looking, you won't be able to do that. Like you told your girl, with you're gonna have to drive a Nissan. How's that conversation with someone?
It was, but we do it. Yeah, we do it with a hug. You know what I mean? We do it a lot more gently than that. So, and I'll give them numbers on it. I'll say, hey, if you want to get into that BMW, if I say I need 15 grand down and your
Oh,
payment's 700 a month, I'd never say no, because you can. There may be a way, but I'll lay both options on the table, or we can do it this way. And a lot of times the other option's not even feasible. It's usually a crazy amount down and a crazy down payment
correct.
to get into those high line vehicles if we can get it done.
Mm-hmm.
So I lay out both options and then we both look at it and we know which one makes more sense, and then we take it from there.
When was the last time you had a rideshare customer who switched up and got into a vehicle? If you could give me that success story, that'll be great.
Gotcha. So I recently had a rideshare customer doing Uber for 4 years, Uber, Lyft.
Because those cars come with high mileage
Yeah.
back to you. And you telling me that any trade in?
Oh yeah, we take any trade. So it doesn't matter the condition. We have a trade we're on the way to go tow this morning. That's not even right. The engine's gone. So we'll take anyone's trade. But with the rideshare drivers, a lot of times they can't get an approval. They can't get approval at other places if their credit's not strong. So we can get them approved, and we want to get them in a lower vehicle because we know they drive for a living. You're going to put a bunch of miles on it. So we set them up with a plan. You want to trade out of it. If you're going to trade before those miles get super crazy, we give them a plan for that, but it also gets them in a vehicle without. A lot of them are unfortunately paying to rent a car, almost $1,000, $1,500 a month, and they're never own it. They're just renting.
And a lot of people do that in rideshare.
Yeah.
Right, Joe?
Rideshare or not, rideshare or not. I'll never forget it. Like one of the first couple of years we started the program, we had a doctor that drove in from Delaware that was paying $2,200 a month to rent 2 cars from Enterprise. She was a traveling doctor, so she would pick up her clients and she would go to and from, and she needed nice, reliable transportation.
Correct.
And she was renting 2 cars from Enterprise, paying $2,200 a month, and all she got was 2 cars to drive from month 1 to month 2, and never got any benefit from that. So that was one of our customers that went through the program back, when it first started. So like I said, we've seen it all. We've seen people that were, doctors. We've seen equity traders, on Wall Street come in, and we've seen people that are just the average person, teachers, down to, people that are on Section 8 that just want to get out of that whole high interest rate, subprime loan type of rat race. And Uber and Lyft drivers, are not immune to it either, so we take into consideration the type of money that we're going to put on the cars. And we factor that in when we look at their lease payments.
How about when you get business owners in commercial vehicles? You don't have any commercial vehicles in there, right?
Yes, we do.
Oh,
so
okay.
We have business owners that come in. We take 1099 income, and we have like cargo vans, and a lot of times they're looking for pickup trucks, cargos, and we do carry them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, passes
we do have people that want to buy it in the name of their LLC. They do have the ability to come in and purchase it in the name of their company and things like that.
Oh man, I get so many customers who are looking for a quick way to buy something like that. But this is, not like one of those pickup like a 3500 with the 4 wheels in the back, like a pickup like that. Not one of those, right?
Nothing that big, but we do like the cargo vans, pickup trucks.
Because you know a lot of people also do Amazon now, and they get
Oh
those
yes,
van
the
type,
Amazon Flex.
the Amazon Flex, those vans. You those vans are available.
Yep, we have them not as often, but we do carry them, and we have a great locator program that if we don't have it, we can bring most vehicles in anyway.
That's crazy. Okay, Orlando is watching and he says I need help. Okay, Orlando, with what you need help with? If you want a car, definitely you could hit us up. You could text message me that you're looking for a vehicle and you want to get into the used car lease program. Make sure you just text message me 973-440-8661. And of course, if you want to reach out to Leanne, what's your Instagram?
Yeah, so I use my Facebook, and that's the Approval Guru. I'm at Leanne, the Approval Guru, or my website, which is www.theapprovalguru.com.
The approvalguru.com. Let me see if this is it right here.
Yeah.
Let me see if this is. Oh yeah, there she is. Okay. Let me see. Let me show everyone.
The website for
This is
the program.
Leanne's approval guru right here, and you set the website that we're gonna use for qualifying people.
So you can take a look at njautolending.com. Talks about the program. You can get a lot of good information from there. One thing I do want to recommend is if you go to Gizzy, Gizzy will make sure that you get set up with an appointment to come in to see Leanne. If you come to Leanne directly or you go onto the website and don't go from, don't actually contact Gizzy directly for him to set up the appointment for you, make sure that we know that Gizzy's the one that sent you, because we do have an incentive for any of the listeners that come from Gizzy. They're going to get a $500 voucher towards the purchase of any vehicle. So without mentioning it or without coming from you directly, Gizzy, they won't know that they have that.
Beautiful. That's great. That's great. And of course, do you guys have blue laws down there? Like you guys are not open on Sundays, right?
No, New Jersey, we can't do that. Yep.
Oh, as an auto dealer, you can't be open on a Sunday. Is that correct?
No. New York has that available, but New Jersey is a state where we can't do that.
Okay. So it's Saturday, Monday through Saturday.
Yep.
Yes.
On an average, Leanne, how many customers come through like on a Saturday?
We're probably going to see maybe 20 plus customers coming in today.
And
Saturday's typically a busy day.
how about with COVID though? With COVID restrictions, are you guys restricted with COVID and doing things like because things are not the same as they were last year? So how would someone who's afraid of COVID can someone call you and do things over the phone? I'm pretty sure that's like people don't want to do that. People want to drive the car as a test drive, but at the same time, how do people feel safe going and knowing that okay, there's COVID and there's New Jersey, and New Jersey has a high COVID count, right? So how would people feel safe going to you guys to purchase a vehicle?
Yeah, so we're working mostly by appointment. We're asking for everyone to make an appointment prior to coming in.
Okay.
We're sanitizing constantly between customers. And we all wear masks, of course, with our customers. And since we are appointment based, so we're usually there's not people aren't waiting. We have a lineup and we have you scheduled to come in, but we will accommodate customers that don't want to come in to the dealership, aren't quite comfortable. We can do an online application prior to coming in. We've done some deliveries of vehicles, so we can work with you.
Oh, so on a typical, prior to COVID, people would stay in the dealership for hours.
Hours and hours.
Correct.
Bring their whole family. Everyone's gathering. Now it's pretty limited, and people have been super polite with that. Limited how many people they're bringing, and I'm pretty
sure there's no shaking of hands. There's just a bell that you ring.
We do an elbow bump. Fist bump. That's
Stay
what
away.
we're doing.
So, guys, as you see, Leanne, Joe, and of course, the benefit about this program, a lot of people say, well, I'm still going to pay, a subprime interest rate or whatever. But Can you really say
You
you're
know,
gonna go back to that dealership and get the refinance out of it and get into a newer vehicle?
listen, if you're a subprime customer based on your credit score, there's not a dealership underneath the sun that isn't going to give you the same scenario, no matter how far you drive. They're going to tell you what cars you qualify for. They're going to tell you what banks will accept you, and they're going to tell you what rates you're going to pay. So it's not going to differ from one dealership to the next. You're interested. It's a mathematical formula. The lower the credit score, the higher the interest rate. The
Correct.
higher the interest rate,
If you
the
could,
higher the
if
payment.
you could hold on right there, I got a question. I see. I just posted it here. It says, Ladorn Malone asks, "What are the interest rates for scores around 640?" Which you're getting into it right now. Of course, the lower the credit
Yeah,
score.
the lower the credit score, the higher the interest rate. The higher the interest rate, in turn, the higher the payment. So, it's just a mathematical formula. If you say, hey, I can't afford more than $400 a month, but your credit score dictates on the type of vehicle that you're looking for, your payment's going to be more like $700 a month. The only way to get that payment down is to put more money down. The bank is basically saying you're a risk, and in order to take that risk on, we want you to put more money down. So what's the alternative? The alternative is get your credit score up, because the higher the credit score, the lower the interest rate. The lower the interest rate, the lower the payment, which means you're going to qualify for a lot more vehicle options on the lot.
Just
That's
to
our goal. Our goal is to get you the type of car that you want at a payment you want to get.
go over if you could give me some information on the credit repair program that you guys have there. I mean, how would it work when people just go and be like, well, what are you telling me that you're gonna be helping me with my credit at the same time? Is it because
Correct.
I'm going to be paying the vehicle and that's helping my credit? Are you gonna report that vehicle lease on my credit report? I mean, how will you be helping the credit score?
Very, very good question. So, first and foremost, Mr. Sansone wants to help anybody and everybody that comes into his dealership improve their credit situation. Because at the end of the day, he's tired of seeing the same trends too. He's tired of telling people, sorry, I can't help you, or this is all you qualify. So he wants to help everybody and anybody that comes into the dealership. So people that are going into the cars are going to definitely get into the credit repair program. It's not going to cost them anything additional. So it's a free program. We're going to work on improving all the negative accounts that we possibly can. We're, we're going to coach them on things that they can proactively do to help establish positive credit, and then help them obviously manage and maintain that credit. And eventually we're going to take those training wheels off. And once they've understood how to do it, they're going to continue to do it on their own. And that's the goal, is to, impact them in a way that they can be self-sufficient now with their credit. And yes, as they're in the program, while they're leasing cars from us, we're reporting those lease payments to credit. So that's another way that we're building more positive lines into their credit, is we're going to report the lease history.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Getting a financial education through um a car dealership on how credit works in purchasing a vehicle. Then you could go back to that same dealership and refinance into a newer vehicle. I
Keep
mean,
upgrading.
you keep upgrading. A lot of people. Here's the thing about people. And I'm pretty sure you guys see. You get people who they just want what they want, and if they see something high end, they don't care. They'll pay it. But at least you guys will give them the choice. It's like, yo, look, you could either do this or you could do this.
Mm-hmm. And that's it. We're looking to help break that trend, and wants and needs, and expectations, they have to kind of align with one another, right? If you want this, but your expectation is this, but your ability to afford that, or your credit's ability to give you that, is down here, then we need to kind of realign those things, or you need to expect what comes with wanting something that's that high, and yet only being at a level where the bank sees it, here. So, unfortunately, that's the trend. The trend is, we want newer, nicer things, but if we can't prove that our track record shows that we can warrant those things, then we need to get you on a track where it shows that, so the bank can see that offer that you're expecting from.
Okay, I
That's what we do.
Ladon said I prefer to use business credit, but my scores are not where they should be. Will I still be considered for a vehicle with a new business? So this person wants to purchase a vehicle with her business. How would that work? Purchasing a vehicle with the business. If you get like a business owner or a person who just recently put up a business, do you look at their, their business tax returns? Do you look at how much money they're bringing in on a monthly basis? Have they been in business for 6 months or more? How does that? How would you go about doing that?
So this is where we have a full team of people. It's not just the Joe and the Leanne show here.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Of
we
course.
have we have a full staff of people here from managers to finance to you name it, and so everybody has a very significant role in this process. So something that's business oriented, I would definitely hand it over to Brian, who's one of the managers here, and definitely well versed in the bank's guidelines and requirements. So if anybody has real specific personal questions, my best advice would be, contact Leanne. Let's get your questions answered, but let's get them answered by the right people in the right department, so that way we can come up with some comprehensive plans.
And again, my people watching, if we could do this every Saturday, it could be quick. I know you
Yeah,
guys are busy over there, but a quick
and
little
we can bring some of these other people into the mix too to
yeah, a
answer
quick
more
little social
specific questions.
media, 30-minute conversations just to ask questions
Sure,
for people who may be in Delaware, who may be in Connecticut, who don't mind driving down to you guys. It's not
sure.
that far of a drive, anyways, to get a vehicle that normally you wouldn't get anywhere else, right?
No, no.
So
I have friends. I have friends. I live in Pennsylvania. I'm 2 hours from the dealership. I have friends from my area that have driven down here. And think about how many car dealerships you pass in a 2 hour ride, right?
correct.
And they come down here specifically because they can get something that they can't get within that 2 hour range. So,
Again, my people, th- the dealership itself will you get the vehicle, and at the same time, if you are subprime, or if you're looking for a vehicle regular, I mean, if you got good credit and you look for a vehicle, go to them. I mean,
yeah,
it doesn't matter. They're gonna give you a good deal, either or. But this video is mostly because you guys know that we fix credit here and we position people to purchase vehicles. But a lot of times, you guys need the vehicle like this, and no one's gonna finance you. And on top of that, you go to a bunch of places to run your credit, and you come to us with about 30 inquiries on each bureau. Don't do
and that
that.
may not happen from one dealership. You know what I mean? You
No,
went
the
to
people
three or
always
four
jump.
different dealerships, ran your credit 30 times just to get the same answer. Right? It's not like you're getting a different answer from the first dealership that you are the fourth dealership. You're getting the same results. Stop that trend.
Correct. Correct.
So,
So, you wanted to say something, Leanne?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So they have their own credit repair platform that they go by over there, at the dealership. Of course, we have our own way of doing things with credit repair, with helping people finance. Leanne, do you ever have people who just come with the money from a bank and say, "I want that car, and here's the financing check that I got from a lender"?
Yeah, for sure. We get people that go through their credit union or just buying cash or secure their own auto loan. For sure.
Okay, well, not a problem.
Yeah.
Leanne, thank you so much. Can you give me, please, that social media platform? Because I know a lot of people are going to go through your social media, um, to check you out.
Yes. Leanne at the Approval Guru. On Facebook, Leanne the Approval Guru, or my website, www.theapprovalguru.com.
Yes, let me just show that website to you guys. This is the website right here, Leanne's website. And of course, if you're looking to get the financing right here, all right, you guys are going to get, because of GizzyCredit, or not, but if you mention my name, definitely appreciate it. I am affiliated with them, so you do contribute to GizzyCredit while going to them. But like I said, they'll give you $500 discount as well. Again, anything else that we want to end up with?
Yes. One more thing. I
Yes.
forgot to mention, Gizzy. I speak Spanish too, so I'm bilingual. If anybody that needs help and they speak Spanish, But we also have approvals here for customers without social security numbers. We can help you if you have an
No
ITIN
way.
number.
Oh, we gotta
Yes.
make a video on just I-10
Right?
numbers.
Yeah, that's been really big with us. Yeah.
To be continued.
That's gonna be a
Right?
video on its own. I-10
Yeah.
number, get your vehicle loan.
Yep.
Yes.
So you know how that works?
Yep.
Oh,
We've been doing it.
What?
Yeah. As long as you're able to get
This
car
is New
insurance,
Jersey is a blue
you're
state. They're about
Yeah.
to start getting a whole bunch of people with I-10 numbers, vehicles, licenses. I
Mhm.
want to know more about that. I think that's gonna be, if you don't mind, next
Our
Saturday.
next time. Yeah.
Our next
For sure.
Saturday's video. I-10 number.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that in a long time because it is a risk.
Yeah.
It is a risk. But
Mhm.
with the way that new administration is coming through and all that, I think there's going to be more opportunity for people with I-10s because I get a lot of people who want to purchase a home with I-10, and I don't know how to go about doing that.
And
There
yeah.
used to be
Yeah,
lenders
you're right.
10 years ago that did that, but
Mhm.
when the whole economy happened, 2008, they kind of stopped that. But now with the vehicle leasing, this is going to be interesting to hear. I know you may want to talk about taxes for I-10 because people with I-10 numbers still do taxes.
Yeah.
And you may want to see that. You want to see an ID.
Mm-hmm. ID, you're able to get car insurance, and we can put it together. We've been helping a lot of people that are hardworking. They need a car to get to work and for their family. The only thing that's stopping them is the social security number. So it's really a great opportunity.
And
And-
I'll end it on this just because you brought up a good point. You know, if people are coming into their taxes, they need their taxes done. We have a tax max program here where we will file their taxes for them. And whatever their tax return is, we can apply a portion of that money or all that money or how much they want to apply. We can apply that towards their down payment and factor right into the deal right away.
So how does that work? Because there's a lot of people who are gonna owe in taxes. They're gonna go out of there. You're gonna do their taxes, owe in taxes. How does that work, Joe?
Leanne, why don't you touch on it? You work with, more
Yeah.
closely with the customers.
Yeah. Okay.
For sure. So a lot of our clientele, fortunately, don't owe in taxes. A lot of them that are just regular W-2 employees, they're under that bracket. They're waiting for this time of year to get their money back. So
Yes.
a lot of them are expecting refunds. It's going to be different if you owe in taxes because the only benefit is we're helping you get into a car now without waiting for you to do taxes and wait for that money to come in.
I think
We're
you guys.
file it for you.
I think you guys are gonna be busy this year because people
Yeah.
still have not gotten their tax returns yet because the IRS was closed because of COVID.
Yep.
I haven't gotten my taxes back, and we did them back in March.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And, I got to call them up and everything. But there's a whole bunch of people who haven't gotten their taxes back. And, of course, come January, February, people start doing their taxes again. So people are going to have a lot more income towards, a down payment or towards a vehicle loan. So, yeah, I'm so happy that next week or the next time we schedule, we're going to be able to have a discussion. I want to learn more about how that I-10 number works for people who come to this country. They have an I-10 number, and a lot of people are in construction. They need to get to a place, and of course, the income is there, but the credit is not. Again,
This is a great way for them to get established.
Yes.
It's a great way.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my people, on the description below, as soon as I finish getting done with this vehicle, I'll edit. I'll put all the info that you guys need. And, I just want to thank Joe and Leanne so much. Well, let's do this again, guys, because we get questions and then we answer at the same time. That's beautiful.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You got it. All right, my people. Take care. See you guys later. Enjoy.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Take care.